Seniors, don't wait for chest pain to take this seriously. The way you end your day could be damaging your heart while you sleep, and most older adults have no idea. Why? Because millions of seniors unknowingly hurt their heart during sleep. Not from food, not from genetics, but from 5 common nighttime habits especially. One that 99.9% of older adults fall into without even thinking. It's not your fault. No one warned us that the last 60 minutes before bed could quietly raise our heart attack risk, spike our blood pressure, or trigger irregular rhythms while we sleep. Yet that's exactly what recent studies from Harvard Health and the American Heart Association now confirm. Poor senior sleep is more than tossing and turning. It's a direct link to heart strain, chest pressure, and early signs of heart failure after 60. And one habit is so common, I guarantee most people watching this are doing it tonight. In this video, we'll break down the 5 worst nighttime habits hurting your heart, and one of them is so sneaky, even doctors often miss it. Watch to the end and tell me in the comments, which of these habits are you guilty of? I bet at least one will surprise you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Your heart deserves it. Nighttime mistake number 1. Screen time before bed. You don't need to eat salty food or smoke a cigarette to harm your heart. Sometimes, all it takes is scrolling Facebook in bed. That little screen, your phone, your tablet, even your TV's one of the most overlooked threats to your heart health after 60. It's quiet, it's familiar, and worst of all, it feels like relaxation. But here's the truth. That blue light is a trickster. According to Harvard Health, it shuts down melatonin, the hormone that tells your heart to slow down and recover. Worse, it ramps up cortisol, your stress hormone, keeping your blood vessels tight and your heartbeat slightly elevated even while you think you're resting. Your body never truly drops into recovery mode. Imagine leaving your car engine running all night. It doesn't seem like much at first, but over time, it shortens the lifespan of everything under the hood. Take Linda, 70. She never missed her meds, walked every morning, but still had rising blood pressure and racing pulses at 3 a.m. Her only mistake? Falling asleep with the television humming in the background. After cutting screen time 60 minutes before bed, she dropped 12 systolic points in just 8 weeks. If you ever feel weird before bed or tired but your heart keeps tapping, talk to your doctor. You could be dealing with nighttime hypertension. So tell me honestly, does this sound like something you're doing? If this is a habit you've fallen into, drop a 1 in the comments. And don't go anywhere, because what's coming next might hit even closer to home. There are still more silent habits that could be draining your heart without you knowing. Don't avoid them. Face them. If you want to keep living fully, you can't afford to ignore what's next. Nighttime mistake number 2. Late night eating. You might think a bowl of rice or toast at 9 p.m. helps you sleep better, but after 60, that late meal may not be comforting. It could be quietly hurting your heart. Here's why. Every time you eat, your body redirects blood flow to digest food. But when that happens right before bed, it steals circulation from your heart right when your cardiovascular system is supposed to rest and reset. According to the National Institute on Aging, eating within 2 hours of bedtime increases your risk of nocturnal hypertension by 2.5 times. That's not just a number, it's a red flag waving inside your chest. Late-night digestion puts pressure on your entire system. Your heart ends up working harder at the exact moment it should be relaxing. That's why seniors who eat late report more heart palpitations, restless sleep, and even morning headaches, according to studies in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society. Just ask Mr. Douglas, 73. He used to love his midnight sandwiches. But when his blood pressure spiked to 165/95 at 2 a.m., his doctor warned him, Your heart isn't sleeping because you're feeding it work. After moving dinner to 6:30 p.m., his palpitations stopped, and so did the 2 a.m. ER visits. To protect your heart, finish dinner at least 3 hours before going to bed. Choose lighter meals in the evening, like soups, steamed vegetables, or a small portion of lean protein. This simple change allows your body to digest properly without overloading your heart while you sleep. Have you ever finished dinner late or grabbed a snack right before bed and your heart didn't feel quite right? You're not alone. If this sounds like you, hit like or subscribe button just to support this channel, but to say, yes, I'm ready to change this. Nighttime mistake number 3. Not emptying your bladder before bed. Most people worry about caffeine. Some worry about sugar. But few ever think that forgetting to pee before bed could put your heart health at risk. Strange, right? Yet it's true. When your bladder fills at 2 a.m. and jerks you out of deep sleep, your heart doesn't just wake up. It gets yanked into high alert like someone pulling a fire alarm inside your chest. That sudden change from lying flat to standing up causes a sharp spike in blood pressure, and in some seniors, even momentary heart rhythm problems. According to the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, nighttime urination nocturia isn't just annoying. It's linked to higher stroke risk, morning heart palpitations, and sleep-related hypertension in adults over 65. Every sudden bathroom trip becomes a mini cardiovascular stress test. Ron, 75, thought waking up 3 times a night was just part of aging. Until one morning, he stood up too fast, got dizzy, and had chest pressure that sent him to the ER. The doctor's advice shocked him. Start with the bathroom. Protect your heart from being startled awake. Here's the fix, and it's refreshingly simple. Empty your bladder right before sleep. Avoid water and tea after 8 p.m. And if you're waking up more than once a night, your heart might be paying the price silently. And don't go thinking that was the worst of it. What's coming next feels comforting on the surface, but it may be the very thing tricking your heart into staying stressed all night long. Nighttime mistake number 4. Listening to stressful content before bed. It may seem harmless 7 routine. You finish dinner, clean up, and wind down with a gripping television show, the nightly news, or your favorite true crime podcast. But few seniors realize that what you feed your brain before bed doesn't just affect your dreams, it may be quietly overworking your heart. When you engage with stressful or emotionally intense content, your brain doesn't fully distinguish fiction from reality. It activates your sympathetic nervous system, your body's built-in stress response, leading to a surge in cortisol and adrenaline. This causes your heart rate to rise, blood vessels to tighten, and blood pressure to increase. According to Harvard Health, elevated cortisol levels can remain in your system for up to 5 hours, even after the stressful stimulus is removed. Meanwhile, a 2023 review from the American Heart Association found that adults over 60 who consume stimulating content at night report significantly more heart palpitations, difficulty falling asleep, and morning blood pressure spikes. My friend, Mr. George, 69, used to watch police chase shows every evening. To him, it was just background noise. But after several weeks of waking up with chest tightness and a pounding pulse, his doctor asked, "What are you watching at night?" That one question changed everything. George switched to calming music and slow breathing exercises before bed, and within 1 month, his heart rate variability improved, and his resting blood pressure dropped from 142/88 to 128/80. If you want true rest not just for your mind, but for your cardiovascular system, choose content that sends the signal. It's safe to let go. Good options include instrumental music, nature documentaries, audiobooks with neutral tone, or even silent meditation. Take a moment. What do you usually watch or listen to before bed? Was it a crime show? The news? Something intense? Drop it in the comments so we can all see how common this habit really is. Up next is mistake number 5, the one that nearly 99.9% of seniors fall into without realizing, and it might be silently reshaping your heart every single night. Nighttime mistake number 5. Sleeping in the wrong position. We often hear, just get enough sleep and you'll be fine. But the truth is, for an aging heart, how you sleep matters just as much as how long you sleep. After age 60, structural changes in the chest wall, diaphragm position, and vascular elasticity make the heart more vulnerable to subtle external pressure, especially during sleep. And studies show that sleeping on your right side, a posture most people assume is harmless, can actually exert mild compressive force on the heart, particularly in individuals with pre-existing cardiovascular conditions or enlarged hearts. According to a 2018 study in Chest Journal, patients with heart failure were more likely to experience worsened symptoms when sleeping on their right, while the left lateral decubitus position, sleeping on the left side, improved hemodynamics, reduced sympathetic tone, and enhanced cardiac output. Think of the heart as a flexible pump. It needs space to fill and contract efficiently. If you gently compress it even slightly for 6-8 hours each night, you create a chronic strain, not unlike pinching a garden hose and expecting the same water flow. Mrs. Elaine, 72, didn't snore, didn't have sleep apnea, but she still woke up feeling tight-chested and drained. Her doctor suggested just one change: switch to sleeping on the left side, or try a slightly elevated back position. 2 weeks later, her palpitations were gone, and she described her sleep as peaceful for the first time in years. So what can you do? Start small. Use a body pillow to gently position yourself toward the left. Elevate your head and chest by 15-30 degrees using a wedge pillow or adjustable bed frame. This reduces intrathoracic pressure, optimizes venous return, and allows the heart to rest and reset more effectively overnight. And let me ask, after learning all this, are you still sleeping in the same position tonight? If you've been a lifelong right-side sleeper, it's not too late to adapt. Comment 5 if this surprised you, and share how you plan to support your heart while you sleep. So let's recap. We uncovered 5 hidden nighttime habits that quietly strain your heart. Too much screen time, late night eating, skipping the bathroom, consuming stressful content, and sleeping in a position that compresses your heart hour after hour. These aren't just bad habits, they're warning signs. And for millions of seniors, they've become so routine, we stop noticing them until fatigue, palpitations, or blood pressure spikes start showing up. That's why it's so important to pay close attention to your nighttime routine. Your heart needs those 7-8 hours to repair, not to struggle. And if you've been experiencing unusual symptoms while sleeping, chest pressure, nighttime urination, fast heartbeat, please speak to your doctor. Early action can prevent long-term damage. And here's the good news. Small changes make a big difference. Shift your sleep position, dim the lights, silence the screens, and let your heart rest the way it was meant to. If this video opens your eyes, hit subscribe and turn on the bell, because we share health tips like this every week to help seniors stay strong, sharp, and safe.